your girl Tasha. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by, and if you're not new, welcome back to my channel. Like the title of the video just say, I'm gonna be showing you how I contour. It's a beginning friendly video, so let's just get started. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by putting some concealer in the bottom of my eyebrows. I'm gonna use the MAKIAGE. I don't know if you can see, and the shade is F I'm Flawless. Oh, that's different. So I'm gonna use this shade. I'm just gonna outline the bottom of my eyebrow. This is how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start with the flat brush. Then I got from Morphe. It's an M116, and I'm just gonna use a little tiny bit. I'm gonna use the excess product. I'm not gonna put a lot. To clean up the bottom of my eyebrows, I'm gonna go and do my eyebrows at the end. This is what I'm gonna do for now. And I'm gonna repeat the same process on the other side. And I'm also using a crease brush from Real Technique. This is what I'm using, and you guys can see what I'm doing technically is I'm dabbing the brush right on the concealer. I'm not squashing it, I'm just dabbing it. Now I'm going to be applying my foundation. I'm actually using, right now I'm using the ESTEE LAUDER, the Double Wear. The shade is 6N2 Truffle. This is the foundation I'm using right now, and I'm gonna be using the square foundation brush from Real Technique to apply it. So I'm gonna just evenly put it like everywhere on my face. That's what I usually do. And like I was telling you earlier, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a brush to kind of like blend it in, and after the brush I'm gonna use a beauty blender. So yeah, you're just gonna have to put it like kind of like everywhere evenly, and each side. This foundation, I love ESTEE LAUDER. I love her product. I love everything they do. It's just amazing. Now I'm gonna be using my foundation brush, and I got this square foundation brush from Target. It's SK, the brand. It's a flat top foundation brush, and like I was telling you earlier, I like to use a brush. I don't squash it either. I usually don't squash when I use brush. I just type it in to just mix and blend my foundation everywhere. I like to start with the brush and kind of like give it a smoother look with the beauty blender. Like I was telling you, I kind of feel like when I'm using the brush, I can control the product better compared to when I use a beauty blender. At the beginning, I feel like the beauty blender literally sucked all the product in, and that's the reason why I like to start with the brush and smooth it out with the beauty blender. So now I'm gonna use the beauty blender. I usually use Real Technique beauty blender. This one is not a Real Technique, but I usually do. You can pretty much use any beauty blender. So once I'm done applying the foundation with the brush, I usually, like I told you, go back with the beauty blender. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start contouring. So I'm gonna use, to contour, I use the Super Stay Maybelline stick. It's a foundation stick, but this is what I like to use. They look like this, and the shade is EXPRESSO 380. So what I usually do, I start by my forehead. I make little strokes, that little lines, and when I came to my cheekbone, very high in my cheekbone, I make a little line like this, and I do the same thing on the other side. I also like to go underneath of my ears, my jawline, my chin, and repeat the same thing on the other side. Now I'm also gonna use not the same brush that I apply for the foundation. I'm gonna use a different brush, but it's the same brand. This brush, it's a contour brush, and it's also from SK. Then I got it at Target. Those brushes are amazing. They're not expensive, but they're really good. So what you guys gonna see me doing right now, like I told you before, I'm not squashing the product. What I'm doing, it's literally diving in. When you get to my forehead, what I usually do, I go up to my hairline. I don't go down. I really go up to my hairline. That's what I usually do. When it comes to, like, you're gonna have to see the structure of your face. I know I already have my contour hairline, so I have them a little above my eyebrows, my forehead. Like I told you before, I go in up to my hairline, and when it comes to my cheekbones, I just dive it in. Side, like closer to my eyes, and I do the same thing on the other side. I don't really squash it. I just use it a certain way, press it in, but more towards my eyes. I do not go down. I just go up. And when it comes to my face, my jawline, I go down like that. I press the product, but more like down to my chin side. It's very easy to do because since it's a contour brush, the brush is not really straight. It's like it giving you that angle like this. So it's very, very easy to work with it. And voila. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna highlight my face. I'm gonna use the concealer, the same concealer I use the bottom of my eyebrows. This is what I'm gonna use again. The MAKIAGE, I guess. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply it in the corner of my eyes, each side, of course. The brush is very small, so I have to apply. You don't have to apply that much product. The reason why is because if you apply a lot of product, the problem is you're gonna have a hard time to blend it in. So I go under my eyes. If you guys can see, I do not go in the corner of my crease because I like when my eyes kind of look lighter. So I'm gonna use a lighter shade. I'm gonna use a lighter shade to go right there in the corner under my eyes. Now I go a little above, in between my eyebrows, but not too much. My forehead, the bridge of my nose. I also go back in the corner above my lip and underneath my nose, and like that. Like I said, you don't have to add put a lot of product. And now I'm gonna be using the lighter tint, the lighter concealer that I told you about. This one is going this way, and the shade is 10. Since I like when the under my eyes gonna look lighter, I'm gonna apply it right in the corner like this. And I forgot to put this concealer in my chin. Lighter concealer only go in the corner of my eyes. Okay, so like I was telling you, I put the concealer, my regular concealer, I put it in the bottom of my eyes, the bridge of my nose, in between right here in my forehead, and also in my chin. And the lighter complexion and the lighter shades, I put it in between my eyes. Now you guys gonna see me, I'm gonna use this Real Technique. It's a setting brush, but I'm gonna use it as a buffer. I like it like that. So you guys gonna see, I'm gonna start by the concealer that I put everywhere. do not use the brush in the lighter shade in the corner of my eyes, not yet. What I'm doing right now, I am blending the concealer everywhere, but the place I'm not gonna use it, not yet. I did not put no product in the bottom of my ear, like right there, but I'm using the excess of product from the brush to add it a little bit. Now I'm gonna be using my beauty blender, and I'm gonna go back with the beauty blender under of my eyes. Like I told you, I like when it's kind of like lighter. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna go above my eyes. So I'm gonna use this setting powder. I love this setting powder. It's from TIAZARZTY. I think that's the way you say her name. The shade is April. This girl that I find on Instagram, that's her product. They are amazing. I really, really, really love her product. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna use the same beauty blender, and I'm gonna dab in the excess of product, and I'm gonna press it on the concealer. Not really baking, just press on it. So like I was telling you, you guys gonna see me pressing the setting powder just like that. My skin crease a lot. I don't know why. It doesn't matter what product I use, expensive or not expensive, I always crease. So I try to work as fast as possible. I just make sure all the setting powder actually went in the concealer. Press it the proper way everywhere. That's it for now. So now, like you guys see, I use a contour. I use a contour who's actually 2 shades, I will say, darker than my skin to contour my face. So I make a little 3 for now. And I also use a lighter concealer with about 2 to 3 shades lighter than my skin complexion, than my foundation, to highlight my face. I use some setting powder to just press and to set the concealer. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my contour brush again, and I'm gonna go back. Since the lighter concealer kind of like rub up against it, so I do not add excess of product. I just use the brush to go back and to give me back that definition. And like I was telling you, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's kind of like a 3 shade, a 3 motion. And you're gonna do, you're gonna keep dabbing, motion more on the top, you're going up and back to your jawline. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a bronzer. I'm gonna use my bronzer. Then I like the bronzer that I usually use. It's from ANASTASIA Beverly Hills. It's a powder bronzer, and the shade is Mahogany. Like you guys can tell, I use it all the time. So I'm gonna use also an angle brush, a contour brush, and I'm gonna go back again, but this time to give a very, very nice, hold on 1 second, okay, to give a very nice definition I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this brush that I have. It's a little tiny brush. Also have that little kind of like this angle, and I'm gonna contour my nose. To contour my nose, I'm gonna just start right on the bottom of my eyebrows. I'm gonna go down like that, each side of my nose. Just like that. Right. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back with the setting powder, and I'm gonna kind of like, I'm not gonna really bake, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just outline it like that. And I'm gonna come back with the brush. Give me back my contour in the nose. Just like that. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bake a little bit. Because like I told you, I have oily skin, but you don't have to, especially if you don't have no oily skin. I'm not gonna put a lot of product, but I'm gonna still bake because my skin likes to crease a lot, especially underneath of my eyes. So I'm gonna bake a little bit. So now you guys can see I'm adding an extra layer of setting powder. And now I'm gonna do my eyebrows. If I can even find my eyebrow pencil now. You can make it, everything is a mess. It's makeup everywhere. But I still love it. Styler I showed you earlier I was using. I'll do it again. So now this is what I'm actually really gonna do my eyebrows. I usually fill in the tail of my eyebrows, but I do not touch the beginning. At the beginning, we're not gonna just. It's not gonna be as pronounced as the tail. What I'm trying to do, it's the first line that I make, that sharp line, I'm trying to make it disappear from, to have a more natural look. I'm lifting it in the top. You can still see the line, but you can see really the sharp line of the pencil. This is what you should do. also go back with my contour brush, and when I contour my nose, I'm not adding extra product, I'm just going back and give myself the definition. You can see my nose was contoured. What I like to do also, I go back with my foundation brush, and I just, don't see those sharp lines from the contour, I go back and I press on it, so you don't really see those sharp lines. It gives you a much natural look. You do not add excess of product, you do not add anything on it, you just go back a little bit to give you that. I don't know if you guys can see now. You don't really see the difference between the powder of the contour, and you don't see the difference of color. That's why I like doing this. And this is how I look. So I actually put the lashes off cam. Now I'm gonna go back with my angle brush, and with the bronzer, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back again, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and do that 3 motion then we'll be talking about since earlier. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use it kind of look decent for me. Like, I like the way I look right now. My contour is like the proper way. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm just gonna I'm gonna put some blush. So I'm gonna use the Julia's Place, and it's the Volume 1 Blush Emoji. I'm gonna show you the shades. And those, and I'm gonna use the top one. Sometimes I press it in both. I'm using this blush brush from Real Technique also, and I'm gonna be showing you how I do it. This, what I'm doing also, I'm gonna smile, and I'm gonna make sure the blush doesn't go right here, so I don't look like a clown, and really on the side. So you guys can see I go up. I do this upper motion going up. I never go down, and I do not touch the front. So I'm doing this. Amazing, I'm sorry. So now I'm gonna use this Anastasia BEVERLY here. It's a highlighter. The shade is Ice Out highlighter right here, and look at this. This is gorgeous, like gorgeous, like beautiful. And I'm also gonna use this brush. This brush is a brush that I received from BoxyCharm. It's a dual fine. I like to also use a brush like this, so it doesn't really matter. It's I do this or I do this. Now I'm gonna go with this one. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go above the blush. I'm gonna go above the blush, and I'm also gonna go underneath of my eyebrow. So I'm gonna do this C shade, this C right here. So let me show you how I do it. This highlighter is giving me life right now. Oh my god, it's beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see with the camera, but it is so cute, like so cute. And I go up, I really do, because like I told you earlier, I like to have this little C motion that go underneath of my eyebrows, and I give myself just dab it in. The residue of the product I use on my chin, right here. And for my nose, this is when I like to use this. And I do like not an exclamation, but the straight one with the upside down eye. There we go. This is what I do. So I go with my finger and I put a little bit right here. I don't know if you guys can see. I do it just like that. Just this way. I like to put some setting spray so I can set everything. I can actually find it. I'm using right now the NYX Plum Finish. I used it the other day and I really like the way he end up looking. So this is the finished look. Like you guys can see, it's not really hard to contour. I like to contour that way because it gives you much a smooth contour. It's not too much, it's not too cakey, it's not too much contouring. And I really like this way to do it. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.